And now we've gotten to the part of the podcast, Last Looks, which is a segment we do at the end of each podcast. It is pop culture questions focused on 4 specific things.
Yep.
So
I'm ready. It's so much pressure.
By the way, everyone is like,
I know. I love the questions.
A lot of people have told me like, oh, I just read this book that so-and-so recommended. My husband the other day was like, I'm reading this book that Randall Park recommended. I was like,
I downloaded the National app because of Adam Shapiro's episode. Yeah.
Oh my God. So first question, movies.
Yes.
What is either your favorite movie of all time or a few movies that you love and feel are representative of your taste?
I've had a top 3 for my entire adult life. And it is True Romance, Goodfellas, and Face Off. And look.
Troy. Oh my God.
Oh, you see me.
I see you so hard. Castor Troy?
No, I have to tell you. So that is a film my parents were, you know, but at the time my mom really said it as like we don't believe in a censorship sort of vibe in the house. If you see something, you should be able to ask us about it. And looking back, I'm like, girl, you just wanted to watch The Sopranos. Like, you just wanted to do that.
Call it what it is.
But it means it's great because I have seen so much more than I should have.
Yes.
And I saw, you know, Goodfellas at a really young age, and I saw Face Off at a very young age, and True Romance. All of these I've seen before I was like 10. And Face Off, I recall, I loved John Travolta, I still do. Nick Cage, I was also obsessed with like Moonstruck and stuff. But when you're a little kid, when I was a little kid watching, when they switched characters, I was like, oh my God, like, they're so good at acting.
Yes.
And I still do.
Yeah.
I know those characters
defensible.
are heightened.
You're right, yes.
But when they switch, you feel it. Their faces are off and they are different. John Travolta like leaning against the cell door when they open in Nicolas Cage. It's so good. And I remember that being one of the first times I was so enamored with acting.
With the craft.
Instead of just watching the movie because I loved the movie. I loved that I was really curious about their performances. And also it's just a spectacular, fun, cheesy action movie that I love. It makes me so happy. It really holds up. I adore that movie. And then True Romance.
Alabama Whirly.
Whirly. Yeah.
So good.
When I moved here, I had a beta fish and I named him Clarence.
Oh, you did? Oh, I love it. That movie, incredible. Tarantino. Like,
yes. But I think what's perfect about that movie, what's fun is like having loved it for so long, I've been able to understand it in different ways, having watched it now for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
And it has a really unique sincerity because it's written by Tarantino, but it's directed by Tony Scott.
Yes.
So it's, you know, Top Gun and all of these big
Man on Fire. Yes, we were just talking about him with Joe Carnahan the other day. Yes. Incredible.
Brilliant.
Incredible.
And those films have this real like directness to it and a real sincerity to it that, you know, a Quentin Tarantino script isn't really meant to have.
Yeah.
And that gives True Romance this really funky feeling where the characters are so absurd but taking themselves so seriously. The way that it's shot has just this like yummy 90s feel and all the violence is very violent. It's not as stylized as the way that Tarantino might have intended.
Exactly.
So it's just interesting for me to then see like, oh, this is such a unique piece because of the difference in writing and direction. And I think it's perfect. I think those performances are perfect.
Agree more. Brad Pitt, how about the Brad Pitt cameo? Gary Oldman, forget it.
Yeah,
unreal. I don't think we've shown our kids yet. We also, I mean, our kids are going to say the same thing you say, which is like, okay, so you guys just wanted to watch fill in the blank.
Yeah.
But it's actually so fun. And now they're almost 13 and 16. So like now I'm like, all bets are off. We can watch anything.
Yeah.
I don't think we've shown them that. And I haven't seen it in a while, but it holds such a special place in my heart. Did you like drive to the Safari Inn when you got out here just to like see? Like there it is.
Yeah,
I know. It's such an LA movie.
Yes,
and the
that's
performances.
Also true too. I haven't even like that's so true.
Yeah,
I just am so enraptured by it every time I see it, and I think it's everything that I love a movie to be.
And then Goodfellas. So you're basically what a dream human you are. That those are. Was Tony Yacenda like? I mean, look at my girl. Amazing.
We do have I have a real, I'm like the guy you dated in college who has a Pulp Fiction poster on his wall.
Yes.
Like that's me. And then it's also Tony. When we moved in together, we both had the collectible DVD versions of the Godfather series. Hence Fredo. Hence Fredo.
Next question, music. Desert Island albums. you are stranded on a deserted island.
Yeah.
You're going to be rescued. You're not there for like years and years and years.
Okay.
But you have 2 albums with you to help maintain your sanity until you are rescued. What are those 2 albums?
From Under the Cork Tree, Fall Out Boy.
Mm.
Big Fall Out Boy girl. And I love every single one of their albums, but I think that's the one that like, yeah, just no skips. It's perfect.
And did it hit you? You were in high school?
Yeah, I was in 8th grade. 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is also where we are really deciding our musical taste.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And I'm also a big musical theater girl. My second album is Legally Blonde original Broadway cast. So if I'm on a desert island, it's got the sad songs. It has a workout song. I would stay fit. It has inspiring songs. Like it would help me like stay in like a good mental health state. I'd be able to sing along to it.
You saw it on Broadway.
I have actually not seen it on Broadway.
Wait, how did this get into your bones?
I'm such a like Broadway baby that like I listened to new releases, and that also came out when I was in high school, and I love Legally Blonde the movie.
Of course, perfect.
I've seen it. They did an MTV reality show, Searching for the Next Elle Woods. I've seen tapes of the Broadway show.
Amazing.
One day I'll see it. That whole album, if you listen to, is spectacular.
Oh, that's incredible.
So that I would definitely bring. And yeah, Fall Out Boy, when I started listening to them, because like everybody else, I heard like Sugar We're Going Down or Dance Dance. The rest of the album is so unbelievable. Patrick Stump has like the most underrated voice in the game. His riffs and the affectations he has to his voice, his range is unbelievable. And so coming from someone who at the time was only listening to Broadway soundtracks, and, you know, also being an angsty teenager, going into this now Fall Out Boy world, that was really the bridge, was like his vocals. And I've been just obsessed with them ever since. I've seen them like 5 or 6 times.
I'm not abundantly familiar with Fall Out Boy, but I love Sugar We're Going Down, and now you're making me want to explore that album.
Yeah. I love the whole album.
Under the Cork Tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
amazing.
It's funny, you know, I do love them so much, and Tony kind of teases me for it. And then I went with my manager, Ari Lubet, to see them. They're from Chicago, to see them in Wrigley Field in Chicago. And this was something where like I dropped everything to go. It was like seeing the Pope at the Vatican. I worship them so much, and I was like, obviously, I'm dropping everything. I'm flying to Chicago. I have to see them. And Tony was free, and I was like, please come. And he's like, well, okay, we'll go. He gets there. They have obviously sold out Wrigley Field. There's so many people there who are so happy. And Tony's turning around going, I can't believe there's so many of you. It was crazy. And then the concert starts.
Take that shit out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need that energy.
Good taste in music. Like he's
a
when he comes
Springsteen
on the
person.
pod.
Yes.
I'm a Springsteen person too.
Are you?
I'm huge.
Have you listened to Streets of Minneapolis, which was released this week?
Oh no.
He wrote it Saturday, recorded it Sunday, released it Monday, something like that.
On the way home.
You will. It is incredible.
Yeah.
I've been listening to it on repeat. He's such a hero. I love him so much.
I'll text you after.
But yes. So you do also have Springsteen love, etc.
Springsteen was on the list of like albums I might bring, or LCD Sound System. Amanda brought up Fred Again. The last Fred Again album was like my favorite. But that's just like how I would design my weeks on that island. It's like I have to go Fall Out Boy.
Yes.
And to be fair, Tony, once the concert happened, Tony was like sold. Like then he was, because
that's the best.
Yeah. Then he was, this is an unbelievable show.
A convert.
They're so good. There's way more. They're so beyond like they're sort of like singles that people know them for. Like it's a community. So that would definitely come to the island.
We're all fans. I keep coming back to this. Like on almost every pod, something comes up. Like I'm such a fan of so many things, but I feel like to be an artist in any capacity, writer, director, actor, it really doesn't matter. It's also to be a fan. And
what a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I love
sometimes it's just there's something about that sound that they made that I was like, done.
Yeah.
Sold.
Like hits you. I have a few bands like that. Do you know this band, the Gaslight Anthem?
No.
They're New Jersey based. They descend from Springsteen.
Okay.
Much like The Hold Steady, which is another of my favorites. They descend from Springsteen too. Pete Yorn, like they all have that sort of like a similar sound. But there is something about Brian Fallon, the lead singer's voice, that is like cut to my heart. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. I love them so much.
Love.
And in if you know, you know. But again, like sort of a smaller band. And Fall Out Boy, obviously hugely successful. But now I'm like excited to go explore this. this
Yeah.
because of your passion for them.
Oh, I'm excited for you. And,
Yes.
and if you don't connect, that's great
Yes,
too.
to each their own.
Because people do think that they know them. And I'm like, no, you don't.
No, nice
No, you
try
don't.
though.
No, you
I know.
don't.
Oh, you're a like Christmas and Easter fan?
Yeah,
Like, no.
exactly.
You're
Exactly.
casual.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Okay. Third question. Books. What is either your favorite book of all time or a book you've read recently that you would recommend?
Okay, I read a lot. So I've been thinking on my drive over here about a couple recent titles that really hit me. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt.
Okay.
It is so good.
Oh, this is a recent one that
It's
you've
a
read.
recent one.
Do you Audible or do you read?
I do both. So this
Okay,
one I
me too.
read, and I try to do both. That means I can have more books at once. So that I'm
100%.
always listening to a book and reading a book.
And
I
if you
read
have
that
to
one.
schlep around LA and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll be in the car for 2.5 hours today round trip. Great.
Yeah.
Can't wait to read that.
Big old chunk of a book.
Totally.
Also, there was a study released recently that's like, it's the same thing. Like you read the book. People apologize for it a lot. They're like, well, no, I listened to it. I'm like, girl, you read the book. You read the book.
Correct. I remember getting into an argument with my brother-in-law about this 100 years ago. And I was like, yeah, I just read the Da Vinci Code. He's like, you didn't read it. You just listened to it. I was like, how dare you?
No, that's
Yeah.
reading. I'll die
you.
on that hill.
Correct. Same.
I really do. Having now done both for a while, and I mean, I started audiobooks kind of recently, but
Yeah.
it's the same.
Delightful.
My brain's doing all
Also
the things.
delightful.
Yeah, and
Correct.
it's great.
We've gotten the information.
Remarkably Bright Creatures, Shelby Van Pelt. It is being adapted right now with Sally Field and a bunch of other brilliant actors. It's
Who's
just
better
a
than
really,
Sally Field?
No one.
Nobody.
It's such a touching story. It's I think incredibly well written. It sits in that nice place between like a quick read and still dynamic enough.
There's just something about a book.
Do you want to come up here, buddy?
Hey, bud.
Do you want to come up here and be cute?
There's something about a book that obviously I love movies, I love TV, I love music, but there's something about a book that I have that feeling sometimes where I'm like, I have to get back to these people. Like
Yeah.
I miss these characters and that can't be replicated in anything other than a book. Is that how you felt about Remarkably Bright Creatures?
Yes. And it has a
Fredo.
really cute animal in it.
Yeah, it does.
You want to go down?
Wait, can you show to the camera these treats? Philly cheesesteak.
I promise he really genuinely loves these. It's not just me like doing a bit.
But also, we are who we are. God, I can't wait for us to get another dog.
excited for you.
We're gonna get one this summer. I'm like not quite ready yet, but like summer is what I'm.
Coming. On the complete other end of the spectrum, I read Yellowface.
Oh,
Have you heard of this?
My cousin Sarah just brought this up to me like 2 days ago.
Really cool read.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
from the perspective of this really flawed character, which
Yeah.
is like as an actor, somebody I always really want to play.
Yeah, totally.
A really exciting story about plagiarism that's just like kind of a interesting, just all the themes of it, and it's very current. That was really fun and dark and
love it.
twisted. The other one is Good Company. Cynthia, I don't know how to say names like this. It's like a D and apostrophe.
Okay.
So it's DePrix.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeney
Okay.
is the author. She wrote The Nest, and she wrote In Good Company. She has a new book coming out called The Lake Effect. And she's one of my favorite authors. And In Good Company is really fun. It's about these adults who worked together at a theater camp, and now they're going back to the theater camp with their kids. So it's this multi-generational like drama.
Oh, I would love
She's
that.
a fantastic writer.
Yeah,
and
so
I imagine I
great.
read that, but I imagine it'd be a really good audiobook.
Okay, last question. And then Fredo, we're gonna take you out and then we're gonna eat some lunch. TV. You have been on amazing TV shows. You are currently on amazing TV shows. I am curious, do you have a favorite show of all time, or what are you guys watching lately that you have plowed through and would recommend?
I cannot tell you how much I love Tell Me Lies. Have you heard of Tell Me Lies?
Of course. My friend Laura is one of the producers. I haven't watched it yet. I'm really missing out, right? This is like, I have friends telling me, like, how have you not watched The Summer I've Turned Pretty? And like, yes.
I think,
same
yeah, and
one.
I think that there's elements of this show that wouldn't work for some people, but
Yeah.
for the people it's working for, honey, Tell Me Lies
Bullseye.
is brilliant. It's every element it is so captivating. It's the most surprising show I've ever watched.
Oh my God.
It is constantly, weaving characters in and out of each other's lives. And just when you think that you've figured out what the surprise is going to be, the twist is going to be, like who is doing what to whom, it's different.
You don't.
And they set you up for these big surprises. And, for instance, it's currently on air. So season 3 is airing right now.
Yeah.
Season 2 ends on this big cliffhanger. And you think, okay, we're going to spend season 3 figuring this out.
Yeah.
No, they do it in the first episode of season 3. And then they launch into a bunch of other high stakes stuff that you're like, I
wow.
have friends who find it difficult to watch because it's so stressful for them.
Yes.
And it's exactly like Let's Have Kids. It's like for me,
Yes, bullseye.
it tracks this group of friends going to college in 2008 and all of these like toxic relationships and friendships. And they're texting on Blackberries and stuff. Like,
I didn't even realize it was a period show. Okay.
Yes.
I am a terrible friend and have not watched it, but I hear great things and I'm so just happy for everyone involved.
Yeah.
I will definitely check this out. It's reminding me, did you watch Scandal when it was on?
Of course. Oh my God.
Exactly what you just described. I remember being like, oh, okay, so this will be like what they spend half the season. Nope.
No.
It's 3 scenes in the first episode. Shonda, I mean, the magic of Shonda and like just how they burn through story because that is what's demanded now, right? Like you would
so hard to achieve.
So hard. And you probably would love Tell Me Lies, even if it was, okay, this is what it's going to take because you must love the actors and the characters and all of it. But no, they are burning through story to keep you on your toes.
They really keep me on my toes. And
amazing.
The character development in it is so rich. I had friends over to watch the season premiere a couple weeks ago, and we sat in my living room discussing it like it was a book club for like hours, being like, what do we think? Like, Wrigley's journey has been so interesting. And do we think that this is coming from a place of honesty or is he just like covering up? It's that show has just given me so much that I just and I watch a lot of reality TV because I get like jealous of some scripted shows I watch.
You're like, what am I going to say?
I'm like, what am I going to say? I'll say jealousy. Like that same thing of where was I that day?
Yeah.
Or I'm watching it through a lens of how did they shoot this? And it's just I'm a tad bit removed from it. It's not total escapism, whereas reality TV is. Tell Me Lies slaps me around. I am so present. I don't look at my phone. I am like, I'm taking notes to tell my friends is the only time I look at my phone.
I love it.
So they give me that gift. And I think, it's like, just like Fall Out Boy, it's probably not for everybody, but for the people it's for, they know. They're like,
this sounds great. I never know how to end this, so I'm going to get up and give you a hug. But
you always
we're going to hug. I know.
Yes, now. Exactly.